Officer, celebrated motivational and leadership speaker, author of 5 acclaimed books, mentor, columnist, and visiting professor, Mr. Atray has dedicated his life to inspiring individuals and organizations through the power of leadership, emotional intelligence, and purposeful living. With 18 TEDx talks, 5 Josh talks, and over 12 million views across digital platforms, his ideas have influenced audiences worldwide, having served the nation with distinction in the tourism and digital innovation before embarking on a mission to mentor leaders, professionals, entrepreneurs, and young minds. Today, through his engaging session and thought-provoking insights, he continues to inspire thousands to lead with vision, resilience, and integrity. We are truly honored to have Mr. Vivek Atray join us at the Indian Icon Awards and Education Icon Awards 2026. Come on, everybody, please give a huge round of applause for Mr. Vivek Atray. Come on, everybody.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning to everyone. Good morning, last row. Last row, okay? The chief guest, Ambassador Fabian, sir, who spoke so well and he exemplified the leadership qualities which I'm going to talk about. Professor Subarajan, who's a mentor to Adreneur Consultancy Services, and I'm sure she's very inspiring for the team all the time. The brief meeting I've had with the ambassador and professor has been very enlightening already, very inspiring. Also Dr. Parvati, who's going to be speaking later, and all the distinguished guests, my greetings to you all. I won't be able to speak for 45 minutes as per the schedule, and that's a bit of a relief for you all, I guess. I'll speak only for 15 to 20 minutes, okay? Is that okay with you? Because what can't be said in 15 to 20 minutes cannot be said in the whole day. So I'll make the best use of whatever I have. First of all, let's have another round of applause for all the awardees today, the ones who are going to receive the award. And also for the organizers, the young team, Tony and Ranjit, and the others who are doing so well to put together an event like this, and also invite people who are difficult to invite like me to be here. Now, Mr. Patil is my favorite. He's coming in the evening and I would have loved to be here, but I have to leave for another event at Chandigarh this evening. But I'm going to ask you a question and then I'll come to the point. My question to you is, why do we do what we do? And I'm going to stick to my topic, but I'm going to ask you this question to start with. Why do we do what we do? Do we do it for awards? Whatever we do? It's not a bad reason, actually. Recognition is one of the best material desires. Believe me, it's a material desire, a worldly desire. Recognition and appreciation is still a good desire to have. Do we do it for money? If we do it for a bit of money which makes us comfortable and we get a salary, or we are growing in our career or our business or our venture or our whatever we've taken up, then it's fine. But are we greedy for money and that's why we do it? Then there's a problem. Do we do it for power? Power? Maybe. To some extent. A bit of Hindi is okay? Everyone? Anyone doesn't understand Hindi, I'll translate in French also. Little bit I know. Delhi police अगर रोकती है, या चंडीगढ़ पुलिस where I live, और आप उसको फ़ोन करा देते हो किसी से कि मेरा चालान नहीं होना चाहिए, साहब से बात करो, और वो आपको जाने देते हैं. Is that power? Some of you are nodding and some of you are shaking the head. No, it's not power. Power is the ability to influence people. You just influence the policeman to let you go. But let me start also on a lighter note and the leadership qualities will come out. 4 boys in Chandigarh, Delhi, Ludhiana, Ambala, not south of Delhi. South of Delhi is a different matter. Maybe UP. South of that, no. Generally speaking. These 4 boys are going in a car and an elderly person is going in another car, and there's a little slight problem of a tucker, slight scratch. They get out of the car and they start pushing the elderly gentleman around. And this person says, firstly, you were the ones who made the mistake, and now you are pushing me around. I'm a senior person. वो हिंदी में बोलते हैं, सर अंकल कोई बात नहीं, 2 हम आपकी तरफ से लड़ेंगे, हम में से 2 आपकी तरफ से लड़ेंगे, लड़ाई तो होनी है. So they start fighting on his behalf, 2 of them, and 2 of them on this side, and the fight takes place. After a while, the gentleman, the elderly person says, "Bhai, I have to go. I can't continue in this." He says, "Uncle, you go, we'll see them." Why? Why? Because they consider themselves to be very powerful, very strong. And there's another advertisement which again will bring me to the point. There's an advertisement where there's a vehicle being driven by the elder brother and the younger brother sitting by him. And another car, a smaller car, overtakes them and goes. And the younger brother in the car says, "Bhaiya, show them who's the boss." He says, if the elderly brother says, "Agar hum bade hain, to dikhane ki kya zarurat hai?" Now, a lot of lessons can be learned from stories, but I will just share a few ideas and thoughts that I feel. The topic is leadership in the time of change. Are we in a time of change? Rapid change? But change is the only? No, change is the only constant. Change to hoga. I wrote a piece for the Hindustan Times, and I'm going to unveil my book with the permission of the organizers. In fact, it's already slotted in the schedule if we are American, or schedule if we are Indian. It's a book called Not So Randomly Yours, and it's a collection of my random forays column in the Hindustan Times. I wrote a piece, "Change must come from within." Now we get a bit philosophical. Of course, somebody had change in his pocket and he took it out. He said, "Change has come from within my pocket." But that's not what we're talking about. We live in the era of rapid change, but change must come from within. I don't want to use the word AI, but I have to. See, I'm a writer. Every time I start writing, my computer prompts me to write with AI. I say, go to hell. Abhi to I say go to hell. Maybe after 5 years it starts writing better than me. Believe it or not, I'm promoting my book. I still write better than AI. According to me, I still write better than AI. So if he says use AI to write better, then I say abhi nahi, abhi ruk jao. Of course, on the lighter side again, there is a colleague of mine, or ex-colleague, because I resigned from the IAS. Did you hear my profile that I resigned from the IAS, sir? Did you hear? Did you hear? No, I'm just joking. She didn't say it. I resigned about 8 years ago. But a senior of mine, he never used to be known for his literary posts. Suddenly he's posting all these long ones with impeccable language. So a senior of his, like Fabian sir, much senior of his, he says, "So-and-so, are you using ChatGPT?" On an IAS group which has 250 people. Another junior says, "Sir, you better DM him. You better DM him, sir. Don't write on the group." The point is, change is here to stay and change will come. Anyone who has a chip in the wrist? Now, I'm an electronics engineer by training, but I didn't put a chip in anyone's wrist yet. Elon Musk might put a chip in your retina, in your brain, in your wrist. And then this gadget doesn't need to be outside our body, it will be part of our body. I know some of us are scared. Gen Alpha is not scared. We have Gen Alpha over here. Hai? Okay. So Gen Alpha is not going to be scared because they will have chips in the brain. Believe it or not. Are we going to be human after that, or semi-automated? Are we scared of that change? Some of us are scared. Because even now a Japanese man wants to marry his doll. Hundreds and thousands of people now want to marry artificial intelligence. You can program it to not shout back. In a marriage, ideal situation, the spouse never resists, never shouts back. Change is here to stay. But don't be so scared. Human beings are not going anywhere just yet. We still have a heart that beats, a mind that ticks, and emotions, which AI doesn't have. AI नहीं है, अभी उसके पास emotion नहीं है. It might try to replicate our emotions, and my wife uses it unabashedly. She's one of the greatest promoters of ChatGPT in the world. And it talks back to her. No, ma'am, this is like this. ChatGPT makes those arguments. It will evolve, but it can't evolve if human beings keep their cool and don't disintegrate in the mind. At the moment, the children are doing homework using AI and not using their brains, and that is the crux of my talk today. We are in the field of education here. We're talking about education. I've been director of school education in the state of Haryana, where we are right now. We're in Haryana right now. And I've been director of IT, but the child who is not using his brain or her brain, I have a problem with that. A person who is not using human willpower, distinction, discrimination to decide on various things. What is the easiest decision that we make every day? For some it's difficult. Which clothes to wear today? Did you decide that in the morning or yesterday? If you're getting an award, you probably decided 2 days ago. I'm going to be dressing up. Someone like me who's a speaker maybe decided yesterday. And someone who's very cool may have decided this morning, just, let's wear this. Some people take about a long time to decide what to wear. I'm not saying which gender. Gender here. And some people don't. Decision making is a human prerogative. We cannot delegate it to AI. In the time of change, human leadership becomes even more important. And Sir rightly said, arrogance coupled with ignorance is a deadly combination. Deadly in the wrong sense. It's a disaster. Arrogance coupled with ignorance. Sir ne bola. Now, if we are going to be ignorant and arrogant, then can we survive? No, we can't survive. Because then, how many of you watched Oppenheimer, by the way? The movie Oppenheimer. Raise your hands. Oppenheimer. Okay, how many of you watched Sam Bahadur just for interest? Arey wah, not bad. Round of applause. Round of applause for those who watched Sam Bahadur, please. Sam Bahadur, Manik Shaw. See, leadership comes from inspiration. If we watched Sam Bahadur, we are inspired. Those of you who didn't, please go back and watch it, because you have to tell your children also to watch it. Without these goosebumps. Now Cape Verde, Cabo Verde. Sir, yesterday Argentina beat Cabo Verde 3-2 last night. 3-2 only. They were 2-all. Spain ki tarah, they were 2-all till the very end, almost. And Argentina won just by a whisker. So, the point is that human leadership can save the future. Everybody has technology. Everybody has access to AI. You can buy a paid version, or you can buy an unpaid version, or you can take an unpaid version or whatever, but you have AI. But human beings have different leadership skills. कोई डरता है, कोई नहीं डरता है. कोई decisive है, कोई नहीं है. Human beings are not predictable. Are you predictable? Is your mood predictable? We still have moods. अभी mood होता है हमारा. Sometimes you want to have mushroom, and sometimes you don't want to have mushroom. My family makes jokes of me, sir. He said, Papa, today will you have mushrooms or not? I said, no, today I don't want to have. I don't know my own mind. One of the easiest decisions to make should also be what to eat today for dinner. But it's not an easy decision. What about career choices? Career choices. What about them? We tell the 10th class boy, and this is the time of change. Boy or girl in 10th class, haven't you decided yet? Why the hell should we tell him in class 10? Why haven't you decided what you want to be after 40 years or 20 years or 10 years or 5 years? Why should he decide? Okay, you have to decide a stream of education. Why should I know what I'm going to be doing after 10 years in a time of change? I should not be having to know that. I didn't know that I'm going to resign and become a motivational speaker. I had no idea. I was sitting pretty in the IAS. I thought I'll retire at 60. I resigned at 49. Why should I? Why should I compel the youth to decide? There comes the key point now. There are 3 stakeholders of education: educators, educatees, and parents. The weakest link is the parent. How many of you are parents? Raise your hands. Quite a few. Parents are putting immense pressure on their children to decide. And they're comparing the children with the neighbor's children, with the cousins, with the web of Suryavanshi. How fair is it to compare yourself with somebody who is one in a generational talent? How fair is it? This comparison is creating chaos in the minds of the youth. The biggest change that has come is the problem of mental health. The student is under immense pressure of the sort that has never been felt by any student in the history of the world. Even we were under pressure for getting a job. The first job is always a problem. Before I joined the service, I was working for Aptech. Getting a job in Aptech was a big deal for me. But can we go on applying the pressure on the children? So much pressure that they crumble. There is no communication between the parent and the youth. They slam the door, and the parent doesn't have the patience to listen. The weakest link is the parent. What can school administrators do, or institutional leaders? Firstly, they have to be role models. We all have to be role models in this hall. We don't have enough role models in the world. Sam Bahadur is a role model. We can all be role models. I say a 4-year-old is a leader to a 2-year-old. The 2-year-old wants to be like the 4-year-old. The 4-year-old is already a leader. We are all leaders, and somebody is watching us while growing up. And they should want to be like us, then we should be role models. Nobody is perfect, but we can improve our role modelship. We can shed some of our deficiencies, worries. I'm going to close in 2 minutes. iPhone का कौन सा वर्जन चल रहा है? कर्नल राजीव, कौन सा वर्जन चल रहा है iPhone का सर? कर्नल साहब? अच्छा, मेरे पास भी OnePlus है, कर्नल साहब के पास भी OnePlus होगा, बट iPhone का 17 Pro Max चल रहा है, ठीक है? OnePlus में फ़ोटो अच्छी आती है, तो इसलिए मैं इन्फ्लुएंसर हूँ, IT वो रील्स बनाता रहता हूँ. I have to make reels to make Gen Alpha and Gen Z listen to me. And I have to pop up here on Instagram. And that's my name, by the way. अभी था नाम मेरा, फॉलो कर लेना. स्पेलिंग्स देख लो उसमें. YouTube भी देख लेना. ठीक है? आईफोन का कौन सा वर्जन चल रहा है? 17 Pro Max. आपका कौन सा वर्जन चल रहा है? इस हॉल में सब लोगों का कौन सा वर्जन चल रहा है? किसी का 4, किसी का 24. Have we improved as human beings, as leaders, as role models? Can we improve? Of course. ये आपका कौन सा वर्जन है सर? हाँ, कुछ दिखा रहे हैं आपका. अच्छा, no, he is showing my video to somebody in his family who is giving live video call. I thought. The point is that we can all shed some of our arrogance, our anger. Anger is a very destructive quality. The person who is angry suffers more than the person who is being shouted at. वो तो बेचारा, वो तो thick skinned हो गया because he is always being shouted at. He is not affected anymore, or she is not affected anymore. The person who is shouting is affected each time. BP. So I need to improve as a leader. And the best professor of chemistry वाले कौन है? हाथ खड़ा करो. Anybody from chemistry? Nobody. So we can make jokes of chemistry people. The best professor of chemistry need not become the best leader of the school or college. जब एमएलए का फोन आएगा प्रिंसिपल को, वो केमिस्ट्री का जो परफेक्शन है वो वहां पे काम नहीं आएगा. People skills. Even in the era of AI, you need people skills, emotional intelligence. What to say, when to say, how to say it, in front of whom to say it, and in front of whom not to say it. Humiliating someone is a bad quality. It's not a quality. So in the time of change, we need leadership skills which are even more human. Because the differentiator is what you bring from your mind and not from your tab or your tablet or your gadget or your device. You bring human qualities and they matter. And institutions do not depend on infrastructure. They depend on people. You show me any great university or school of the world which is great only because of its building and the salaries and the money. It is great because of its teachers, because of its people. I think I've now made my point, so I'm going to just thank. Okay, let me close with a story. Is that okay? Short story. I'll talk about leadership skills in this story, and it's my favorite. Anyone who heard the story of Pedrewski and the piano? Pedrewski and the piano. So there was a Polish piano player, his name was Pedrewski. He was a superstar. And he would come on the stage and play the piano. 500 people are ready in one hall, and Pedrewski was about to come. And 2 seats were vacant out of 500, only 2, because he was a superstar. But the last 2 seats were occupied by a young mother and a 5-year-old child. Children below 12 were not allowed. बट पोलैंड में एक ही बंदा बाहर खड़ा होता है. यहाँ तो बाउंसर्स होते हैं 12-13 इंडिया में. वहाँ पे एक ही खड़ा था, वो इधर उधर गया तो मदर ब्रिंग्स इन द चाइल्ड एंड सिट्स डाउन विद द 5-year-old. Got it? The curtain is still closed. The mother sits down quietly, telling the child, be quiet, otherwise they will throw us out. But then the mother makes a mistake. Could be the father also, nothing wrong there. The mother sees a friend sitting 2 rows ahead. She thinks, I'll meet this friend quickly and come back before the curtain opens. She tells the child, don't get up, I'm going to meet my friend. She goes and the child runs away. The child was a naughty 5-year-old. I hope we were all naughty at 5. कितने साल के बाद? 10? Good, big boy. Still naughty. No, he's not. 5-year-old children should be naughty. He runs away. He finds a board saying no entry and he goes inside that door. And he finds himself on the stage with the piano. And he starts playing the keys of the piano. He doesn't know how to play the piano. He starts banging. And everybody is listening now behind the curtain. Some sound is coming. Maybe Mr. Pedrewski is practicing very badly today. What is this sound? Very bad sound is coming. And the child doesn't know how to play the piano, but he doesn't care. He just... Now 3 things happen at the same time, and see, the leadership comes in now. The curtain opens, Pedrewski comes on the stage, and the mother comes back to her chair and finds that the child is gone. She's palpitating. She turns around and sees my child is playing the piano on the stage. She thinks I'll be arrested. And now Pedrewski is seeing that a child is playing the piano instead of me. 500 people are watching. They are his fans. But human beings love some masala. They love gossip. They love putting their celebrities in difficult situations. They want to see now what will Pedrewski do. They all sized up the situation. Some child has gone and started playing the piano, and the organizers could not stop him. The child doesn't care. The curtain is open, so many people are watching. Some uncle has come and stood next to me. He doesn't care. He just goes on banging the keys of the piano. Now Pedrewski has to, whose test is it now? His test. How will he react? Normally a celebrity will throw a, what will he throw? Tantrum. He will throw a tantrum. You met Mr. Tharoor? He'll throw a tantrum. And that tantrum will be that take away this child. What is all this? What rubbish? Bring me another chair. I don't want to play. So he doesn't do that. He keeps calm. And calmness is the greatest friend of leaders. He tells the organizers, bring me one more chair. And he sits down next to the child, and the child doesn't stop playing, and Pedrevsky starts playing along with the child. And they play for 1 hour together. The child doesn't tire, and Pedrevsky keeps on improvising, playing along with the child, Jugalbandi, and he forgets his original concert. And he only goes along with the unpredictable child. And everybody is mesmerized by this performance of 1 hour. And Pedrevsky, just mind-boggling performance by him. Everybody claps, everybody gives a standing ovation, and the mother becomes a celebrity after this, and the child becomes a celebrity, and Pedrevsky goes on to become the President or Prime Minister of Poland, I forget which one day. Now, which quality did Pedrevsky exemplify in this story? Calmness and patience, yeah, because 1 hour he played. And who said humility? Humility. Humbleness. See, not the arrogance and ignorance which was being talked about. So humbleness is also a great quality of leaders. Thank you very much for listening. I spoke 5 minutes more than I wanted to. So I'm a TEDx speaker. TEDx many times, and TEDx में 18 मिनट होते हैं, उसमें से 15 मिनट ही बोलना होता है. यहाँ पे I spoke for about 20 minutes, so thank you. I'll just display my book with your permission. Yeah. Come.
And I was anyway about to invite Sir for giving a small token of appreciation from the ACS team for being here with us. So can I invite Ranjit from ACS, please join us on the dais, please, as Fabian Sir is already here on the stage. And this is the book I talked about in the very beginning before inviting Sir on stage. And Ambassador Sir, please be on stage. Vivek Sir, please be on stage. Can I invite Ranjit from ACS, please join us. Thank you, Mr. Vivek, for joining in and giving such words of wisdom and his insights. Thank you for being here with us. And Fabian Sir, please do the honors. Ranjit is here from the ACS team. Can we have some music? And everyone, please put your hands together.